Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Thursday. You're watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stefania Jimenez. Now tonight we have to start with the weather, right? Because you heard all of that hail. We're watching a cold front that definitely brought storms to our area. Let's go in live as our meteorologists Adam Caskey and Mia Montgomery provide live coverage right now. Let's dip in and
want to give you all a quick update. We do have severe thunderstorm warnings that are still in effect. Looking at them right now, these are those yellow areas. Turning off the laps so you can just see this in real time. This severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Wilson County. This is until 9:15 p.m. and this is really for the southern end of this thunderstorm that is exiting Bexar County at the moment and just paralleling I-10, but south of I-10. Then another severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Gonzales County, and that's until 10:15 p.m. That includes Lavaca County. So that's moving eastward. These are flying along at about 45 miles per hour. Timing it out for a few of the communities along this line. There we have it, and boom. And you're looking at Sandy Fork at 9:06 p.m., Saturn at 9:14 p.m., Shiner at 9:19 p.m., and Mount Olive at 9:24 p.m. So this activity is all basically on the back edge of what we're having. And yeah, a few little showers could pop up on the back side of it, but for the most part, it's all coming to an end and it's over with. I mean, you look at our futurecast, and I think it's really catching on to it. East of town by 9:30 p.m.
All right, and that's our meteorologist Adam Caskey giving us live updates right now. So what he was saying is basically if you had that activity already, it seems to be on its way out, which of course is great news. But we also want you to have the weather app handy with the KSAT 12 weather app, because that's going to give you live updates and you could stay up to date with everything that's happening. Now, staying on the topic of weather, the Hilltop neighborhood in Dilley, Texas saw plenty of it last night. It got a hailstorm that caused enough damage to last them a while. Look at how big that hail was. Large hailstones the size of baseballs pelted cars, broke windows. That storm happened suddenly around 11 p.m. last night, lasted for about 10 minutes. People living in a mobile home park called their insurance companies in the early morning to report their losses. And the thing is that they're worried because some people don't know how they're going to be able to afford repairs. Dilley police also kept getting calls about the hail that was causing damage on the highway. Some of it was strong enough to break cinder blocks.
The door just blew right open and kind of got me by surprise. If it would have penetrated to that windshield, I mean, we would have had a serious injury on our hand.
Yeah, people definitely got lucky. Now, luckily, nobody was hurt. Now, many of you have been asking how to keep your family safe after last week's brutal dog mauling on the west side that killed an elderly man. Now, we spoke to Tatiana Correas at the San Antonio Dog Training Company for some ways to keep your family safe from a dangerous dog. Correas says that the most important thing is not to run away or turn your back to the dog. Also, move to higher ground like the top of a car, or try your best to find some kind of barrier between you and the dog, like a fence.
Don't run away, don't turn around, make sure the dog stays in front of you, because the second you have eyes off of it, if they're in a distance, you got to make sure you know where they're going or if they're going to charge at you or not. Because a lot of times the second you turn around, you turn into prey.
You don't want that. Correas also says that if a dog has lunged at you and has bitten you, you can grab its collar from the back of the neck to choke and block its airway. She says that pepper spray and mace are also deterrents to stop a dog attack. It's a ruthless and it's a deadly drug that we're seeing more of in communities across the country. Fentanyl, you may have heard of it, but maybe you don't know much about it. Well, a billboard in Selma is now trying to change that. It's of 17-year-old Danica Caprosi, who lost her life to fentanyl poisoning. Joe Jones, president of the San Antonio Firefighters Association, which is behind the public service announcement, is hoping that it's going to educate people about how deadly even one encounter with fentanyl can be, especially for kids who are curious.
They're not gambling to get high. These are not users. These are kids that are, it could be over-the-counter drugs, it can be prescription drugs, you know, body pains, insomnia, whatever they're dealing with, and the pill kills them because fentanyl doesn't play games.
No, it doesn't. Now, one dose of fentanyl is 50 times more powerful than heroin and 100 times more powerful than morphine. You can find Danica's billboard at I-35 and Evans Road in Selma. You could also learn more about the fight against fentanyl right now at KSAT.com. We launched a new series. It's called Fighting Fentanyl. District 7 has a councilwoman once again, and you've probably heard of her. The San Antonio City Council this morning unanimously approved the interim appointment of civil rights activist Rosie Castro. Castro's the mother of prominent Democratic politicians Julian and Joaquin Castro. She's taking over for that woman who you saw on your screen, Ana Sandoval, who resigned the District 7 council seat in late January because of family and financial reasons. And Castro promised to stay the course.
Well, I think yesterday I mentioned that I want to make sure, first of all, that what Ana had already worked out as priorities for the district, that we'll follow that, whether that's infrastructure, community venues, the bonds that she was following up on.
Now, Castro's going to hold that seat for about 3 months. She's not running in the May 6th election. So come June, the district is going to get a new council member. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating after multiple passengers were injured during a flight that experienced what's being described as significant turbulence. Not what you want to encounter on a flight. The Lufthansa flight left Austin, Texas, and was traveling to Germany. This was Wednesday evening, and about an hour and a half into that flight, severe turbulence began over Tennessee. That's what the plane looked like afterward. You're about to see it more. One passenger said that it felt like the plane was dropping suddenly, and she could hear glass breaking. She heard people screaming. The plane eventually landed safely at Dulles International Airport in Washington, D.C. 7 people were taken to hospitals with minor injuries. Several big retailers looking for more effective ways to entice shoppers into their stores. We're talking about companies like Target, Best Buy, and Macy's. They say that consumers are changing the way they shop by focusing their purchases on groceries and household basics instead of clothing and electronics. As a result of the slowdown on discretionary spending, retailers are being prompted to discount those items as a way to lower their inventory. Several retailers say that they're predicting a decline in sales this year, but discount-focused retailers, they expect their sales to grow. You could already feel it. Spring is in the air, maybe not tonight. And that means spring cleaning, yard work, and of course, allergies, our biggest foe. 12 on your side's Marilyn Mort shows us which products are discounted this month to help you tackle it all.
Spring blooms are just around the corner, and so are sales. Think spring cleanup and spruce up.
March is the first month of the year without any major shopping holidays, but there are still opportunities to save on something you might need right now. Our research has shown that air purifiers and vacuums tend to be especially affordable this month.
Consumer Reports tracks the prices of its top tested products and found these on sale right now. The Samsung JetBot AI is now $679 at Amazon. That's nearly half price. This little robot cleaned up in tests on carpet, bare floors, pet hair, even the corners. Spring allergies and dreaded oak pollen are coming. This Blue Air Protect air purifier is $381 at Best Buy, also half price. In tests, this one got excellent marks for removing dust, smoke, and pollen. And it's about time to bust out the lawn tools. This DeWalt string trimmer is trimmed by about $25 at Amazon. It's now $195. You likely won't need a space heater for a while, but you can save now for later on this Vornado. It's the best overall in Consumer Reports tests and is now $160 at Amazon. And if your home's windows have seen better days, March can be a great time to invest in shiny new, energy-efficient replacements. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Now, before we go, we want you to stick around for the night beat.
Can I talk to you guys about your recent inspection?
I have no idea about that, sir.
What was going on behind the kitchen door at that convenience store that earned them a low score? Tim Gerber has the questions. We're going to bring you that story and much more tonight on the Night Beat. So right now we are out of time. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a great night. Stay safe. And please join us again for the Night Beat as we tell you more about the weather. Our meteorologist Adam Caskey is also live right now along with meteorologist Mia Montgomery. So please stick around. We'll see you right back here on the Night Beat.